20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, 1 point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Solid. Let's bring it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Greystone, Travis. I got it. Kill. Towards the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Play action. Now Wentz. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
No. General West. Switch. Pick the edge. Come.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the catch made by Johnson. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
We got double up. Check 26. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 24.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Let's go. 18 Gators. 57.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Geis. And some room to work. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Washington. Derrius Guice, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They give to Johnson going right. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
Quentin Dunbar on the tackle. It's a pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So we got man. Mike's 15, Mike. Hey, don't get nervous.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. Open man is Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Set and two stop. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Two. Hard. Be grip.
On first down, this is Geis. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
First down, Washington.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 15, check 15.
Move.
They'll set up a throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day. X3, 218, chop it. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Joker.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
22. Get that quarterback. Check. Lucky. Check 13. Check 3.
Now they go end around with Adams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Kill. Lefty. Check 99. Shift.
Wentz gonna throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Sunday.
Check 49.
Shift.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
That's it, baby. We got first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike's 50,
2nd and 11. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
17 yards. First down, Redskins.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Topper. Rush in. Get it.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The tackle there by Cravon LeBlanc.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. 30 base.
I got you, son. Check 52.
Now. Bravo. Hit it.
Geis with a carry on second down.
I got you, boy.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go. 60 or.
Mike's 50. They can't hang with us.
Look at me. Shoot.
3rd down, here's Geis. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On play action, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Johnson running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
It's a safety creep.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing on first is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And then making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Eagles 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Room to run past midfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Wentz. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Single receiver.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. From the 21, it's second and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Alert 3. Check 37. Check 37.
Check grade 57.
Play action. Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
86 to man. 86 to man. Watch it. Hey, tank. Kill.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Nice hit, boy.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
It's now third down.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They give it off here to the tight end. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on deep.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell.